Now, it's a simple action of tilting my knees in the direction of the camera here to be able to create an off-balance effect. Immediately, he drops to his shoulder. Here, we shoot our top arm through, scissor our legs, and we come up into the top position. And now we've gone from the bottom position up to the top position in a matter of moments. Today, we're going to talk about the knee lever. And this is one of the most important concepts you can learn from the half guard, especially whether you're working gi or no gi, because it's a fundamental method for creating off balance in your Kuzushi with a person who's on top, whether they're bigger or they're smaller or you're good at half guard or not. And we've covered elements of the knee lever in other videos that we've done, but we're going to dedicate a little bit of time right now to just looking at the basic mechanics, how it works, and how you can implement it. Because sometimes getting stuck underneath the bottom of half guard, especially with a bigger person, can be a real difficult situation to manage. And life gets a lot harder when your partner gets the grips that they want. So we're going to start in the bottom of half here, and let's just look at there are two elements of the knee lever. One of them is what happens below the waist, and the other is what happens above the waist. We're going to begin with what happens below the waist, and then we'll deal with the arm position, because the leg position tends to be more or less the same, right? So long as your partner's two knees are on the mat. Okay, his arm position can change. We'll deal with that if we have time. So I'm just going to have him put his hands on the mat here. So if you look down here and you watch, normally in the half guard, we're trained to be facing inside. Okay, we want to be facing the problem. The problem is our partner's upper body and their chest-to-chest control. Okay, we do not really ever want to be shoulders on the mat with our back flat on the floor. He tends to want this. Okay, he wants to have our shoulders pinned. That helps to make our legs a little bit more difficult to maneuver. Then he can pommel out or use knee cuts and backstepping and all this stuff to free his legs from him. Okay. So our leg position is going to be one where both of our feet are on the outside of our partner's leg. There are leg positions where we place our feet one in, one out, like a half butterfly, or we lock and figure four our legs. We're not going to do either of those things. We're simply going to have our feet here on the outside. When it comes time to effect the sweep and the off balance, we're looking to place both of our feet here by our partner's knee. Okay? And the action of the knee lever itself is one where we take our knees towards the sky and then ultimately away from us, with the idea of getting our partner's weight out towards our left-hand side here. So if you notice, even when we're not really engaged here, if I take my knees out that direction, his hand has to go to the floor in order to prevent him from getting knocked over. And that's essentially what we're trying to do. Let's talk now about the arm position before we put it all together. Your partner is usually looking to take this good position. So rotate with me, please, here. So what's this good position? This is a cross face with his inside arm here. Rotate one more time. Here. And also an underhook on the far side. That's over here. Okay, so he wants 1 and 2. This is very good for keeping my shoulders down on the mat, right? We said that's not what we want. Ideally, release here, we want to be on the inside here, making some space to be able to face our partner and go back onto attacks. But he wants to be here, okay? So the knee lever, sit up please. The knee lever is perfect for when we find ourselves in this adverse situation where we have our partner with the cross face, our partner with the underhook, and ourselves in the bottom of the half guard without too much that we feel like we can do, okay? So the arms, now that we've understood what's going on, the arms here are very simple. We want our outside arm here to be trapping our partner's arm. We want to go elbow to elbow here. So we can simply put our hand on our partner's hip. Oftentimes we like to post like so. So we have our feet in position outside our partner's knee. In this case, because my shoulders are on the mat, essentially my chest is facing the sky. This is fine. My knees are up. And the second arm, the outside arm, is here. The inside arm, the hand is on his hip. When we're ready to effect the knee lever, we simply draw our heels in, plant our feet on the floor, and we take our hips from being outside to being underneath. Now, it's a simple action of tilting my knees in the direction of the camera here to be able to create an off-balance effect. Immediately, because we have our partner's arm trapped, immediately he drops to his shoulder. From here, we shoot our top arm through, scissor our legs, and we come up into the top position with our own cross face, ready to begin. And now we've gone from the bottom position up to the top position in a matter of moments. Okay, let's look at this angle here. So he is top of half, he has everything he wants, underhook and cross face. So we're going to trap the arm
Here, we take our feet, plant them on the floor. Our knees are pointing to the sky here. This is okay. He's usually driving this way with his cross face, even better. We plant our two hands, take them, put them on the hips, take our knees out, and if you want to add a little bit of power, you give a slight bridge here, just as a bump. Now from here, we shoot the arm, scissor come up, and we're in the top position. So one last time, the reverse angle here. 45. 1, we trap. 2, plant the feet. 3, turn the knees. We give a slight bridge here. We want to make sure our hips are not out in that direction. We want to be directly under our partner here. That's good because often they give that to us. Then from here, we can scissor the legs and rise to the top position. So the knee lever, again, even when it fails, it creates a condition where your partner is out of balance. This lets you go on the attack, whether you choose to take an underhook and work your way to the back, or you choose to replace your guard and going into something like the clamp and then beginning to attack from there. But it is so useful and so important to be able to understand. If I had to have one technique from the half guard, this would be the one. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope it's helpful, and we'll see you soon.